Good evening, Oswego, and thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Carr.
And I'm Lauren Toscano. Tonight we begin with a story out of Salve. An Oswego County BOCES instructor is honored by the Cisco Networking Academy.
And a world record holder seeks to break more Guinness records in an effort to help a family in distress.
We will have more on these stories in just a minute, but first, a quick check of your weather with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Jack Durkin.
Thank you, guys. I hope everybody went to a warm place this spring break, because outside in Oswego right now it is only 20 degrees with cloudy skies. It's feeling pretty miserable out there for those of you that went to Florida. We got a real feel of 8 degrees thanks to that northwest wind at 12 miles per hour. Taking a look at our regional radar map, we do see south of Syracuse towards Binghamton. If you have family back then, they are getting some snow showers, but right around Oswego we are not experiencing any snow showers as of yet tonight. We may see some overnight into the morning hours. I'll have that more in my future forecast. And for our top weather headlines this week, well below average temperatures, more like January around here, back into the 20s and 30s for the mid and beginning of our week. But Friday, we're actually going to get above average. This week, 46 is our average this week, and we may actually see close to 50. But for now, I'll send it back to the desk. Enough of the weather.
Package of marijuana. U.S. postal workers intercepted a suspicious package at the Taft Road Post Office addressed to KB Close at 613 3rd Street in Salve. Investigators traced the package back to Kevin Burnside, who has a criminal history involving manslaughter and drugs. An undercover postal inspector delivered the package to the address Thursday. After Burnside picked it up and drove away, police pulled him over, ordered him out of his SUV at gunpoint, and arrested him on a charge of possession with intent to distribute marijuana. Burnside is scheduled for a detention hearing Tuesday in federal court.
The Instructor Excellence Award was presented earlier this week to one of Oswego County's own. Mark Ellis, a computer systems and networking teacher at Oswego County BOCES Career Center, was honored for his excellent services since 2001. The award also acknowledges Ellis as being in the top 25% of instructors globally. The award was presented by the Cisco Networking Academy.
Breaking world records is a significant accomplishment, and breaking world records for charity is even more so. That is what 8-time Guinness Fitness World Record holder Bob Natoli plans to do as he seeks to raise money and awareness for the Patterson family. The family was devastated by a fatal car crash causing the death of their mother and serious injury to the rest of the family. Natoli will be accompanied by his son and son-in-law as they seek to break 6 Guinness Fitness records in less than an hour at 1 p.m. this Saturday at the Pacific Health Club in Syracuse. Donations are welcome from the public as the Patterson family struggles to pay for several medical bills and rebuild their lives.
Despite the temperatures plummeting below freezing, the Syracuse Half Marathon continued on early this morning. Over 1,500 participants braved the snow and the ice to compete in the marathon. Though the bad weather was a major factor in the turnout, it was still labeled a success, and many await next year's event.
It's not every Sunday members of a New York church get a chance to win a semi-automatic rifle.
But they sure did this Sunday. Barry Weigel reports the unusual weapon raffle made news way beyond Troy, New York.
We're not breaking a law. We're not doing anything illegal.
It certainly wasn't your typical church giveaway. The Grace Baptist Church's raffle of an AR-15 raised eyebrows locally and garnered international attention. But those who organized it say they don't understand the controversy.
What's wrong? I don't understand. Bad people have guns and they kill good people who don't have guns. Something wrong with that analogy. I mean, I don't understand.
The church and the gun shop have taken great effort to make sure the gun and the process for giving the gun is compliant with the New York SAFE Act. But that left the question of whether it's really ethical. Their answer was a resounding yes.
It teaches people to defend themselves, to arm themselves, and to teach the biblical principles of what you heard this morning.
Well, it's not unethical because, you certainly have every right to defend yourself. You certainly have every right to hunt and to feed your family.
And I think the average American does not understand. I think it's liberal politicians who push an agenda on us, and I can't comprehend why. Why is it an issue?
The winner of the AR-15 will have to pass a background check in order to pick up his new weapon. The church says they plan on making the giveaway an annual tradition.
March marks the arrival of spring, but at Oswego, it is something more. Oswego County Legislature Chairman Kevin Gardner recently presented a proclamation making March the American Red Cross Month in Oswego County. The Red Cross seeks to spread goodwill to people around the world. Some of its efforts include responding to natural or human-caused disasters, providing health and safety training, and even connecting military families with their loved ones in service. For more information on the Red Cross or how to support it, call 343-0967.
Early this month, U.S. Ranking released their 2015 Best Graduate Schools ranking list. SUNY schools are successfully making their way up with each year to pass. Being recognized for their extensive graduate schools and superior graduate programs, the SUNY name is being proudly represented all over the charts and continues to climb.
Well, it's good news for punk rock fans. After success in its first year, the WNYO Punk Rock Show is back featuring Hostage Calm. Hostage Calm is a punk rock band based out of Connecticut that combines elements from multiple genres of music spanning different decades. The band has been producing some of the more innovative punk rock music in recent years. The show takes place this Friday at 6 p.m. at the Hewitt Ballroom on the SUNY Oswego campus. Tickets are $5 and will be soon available at the SUNY Oswego box office, at the door, and online. A Colorado mother says she believes a choking game killed her son, not suicide.
Jonathan Petramala reports.
Wrote little notes.
When Christina Fields has a moment between taking care of her other 4 kids, she finds herself in her oldest son Louis' bedroom.
I left his bed the way he left it, and that was the shirt he wore the night before. Come in here and I hug it and I smell his bathrobe.
She knows Louis is never coming home from the school he left for on Valentine's Day.
Louis was an amazing friend to everyone he knew. You knew how to make me laugh and you put a smile on my face. Louis was always smiling. He was always there for you when you needed someone. We miss you, Louis. I love you. They all think that they killed himself, so they jumped to the conclusion that he was bullied.
Christina says she was told Louis was found in the boys' bathroom at Carson Middle School with a belt around his neck.
At the time, it's just like, okay, wake up from this nightmare, wake up from this nightmare.
What followed after the shock was the guilt.
Is he sad because I grounded him?
But it still never made sense.
Louis cannot move from this spot.
This is Louis the night before he was found dead. He's grounded. His mom wondered, is this how a kid would act just hours before he would supposedly take his own life?
I have a death certificate that says suicide, but I don't believe that.
All because of a voicemail left on her phone.
He accidentally called me because I had called him right back.
She never really listened to it until after his death.
I believe that I found that so I would have an answer.
It's tough to understand, but Christina knows her son's voice and played it over and over again.
You hear him, and the friend asked him, "You're laughing about it?" And then he said, Jay said if he could come over, he'd choke me again.
Christina believes her son got involved with what's known as the choking game.
And I had never heard of that. Honestly, I was like, what? It was like, what? Kids choke themselves for fun? That's got to be like the craziest thing I've ever heard.
The Centers for Disease Control says it's a game kids and teens play to get a brief high. Most deaths are from Louis' age group.
You just have to type it into YouTube and it shows you how to do it.
Like by yourself with a belt. Another clue, she says, before Louis had gone to the bathroom, he asked a friend to come.
Why do you ask a friend to go with you? You know, you don't ask a friend to come help you kill yourself.
Christina says investigators have her phone and are looking into the choking game scenario. She wants other parents to know about it too.
This is my son, and he's smiling. He's not doing that anymore. He's not here. And that's not fair to any parent.
In Colorado Springs, Jonathan Petramala, KRDO News Channel 13.
Coming up after the break, a landslide in the state of Washington is turning deadly.
But first, we will have a look at your weather with meteorologist Jack Durkin. Stay tuned. You are watching WTOP 10.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me back. Hey, did you tell your parents about us? Let's skip first period together. Did you get all my texts? Is practice over yet? Where are you at? Are you with your friends? That's L-A-A-A-A-M-M-E-E-E. Capital X, lowercase o, capital X, lowercase o. I love you. JK. I hate you. JK. Are you ignoring me? We're in a huge fight right now. Is this something I did? I can see your lights on. I'm coming over. What'd you dream about? Me? I'm lonely. Holla back. Holla back. Let's try something new. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
Welcome back. If you think that this winter has been a bit brutal, chances are you may be overreacting. In fact, this winter season has been quite average. The previous 2 winter seasons were simply mild.
Averaging at around 30 degrees, the last 2 winters have actually been a luxury. That's 6 degrees warmer than the normal average of 24 degrees, which also happens to be the same for this past season. For more on this hectic weather, we will now turn it over to meteorologist Jack Durkin with your current conditions.
Good evening, Oswego. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist here, Jack Durkin, and I have not been complaining about this winter because we've received upwards of 170 inches here in Oswego. But for right now, we're just looking at our national radar, where you see there's really not much going on across the country. You only see a few thunderstorms down by Texas and Louisiana, a few scattered snow showers up in the upper Midwest, but there's really not much going on. And again, on our regional radar, you see those scattered snow showers down by Binghamton. Even a few are popping up now by Buffalo, little lake effect snow showers, but really just nothing going on over Oswego, just mostly cloudy skies tonight with a few scattered snow showers, as we'll see. State temperatures, your eyes go directly towards Jamestown, as that is the outlier at 12 degrees in the blue. Rochester, Buffalo 19, Syracuse 18, Watertown 17. I don't know if you can see it, but New York City is down at 34 degrees, the only place above freezing. And for tonight, again, mostly cloudy skies, but you can't rule out a light snow shower creating maybe a dusting, maybe a coating in some spots. But guys, back to single digits tonight. I hope you didn't bring home those heavy pajamas and those heavy winter And for tomorrow, Monday's weather map, high pressure is going to dominate with AM snow shower. It's going to feel more like we're returning home from winter break instead of spring break, but cold and dry with sunshine. Tomorrow, again, 21 is going to be our high temperature with the morning snow, could give us a coating. Very cold. Again, winter coats are needed tomorrow with those west winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And day planner tomorrow, you can see 8 a.m. we're going to be waking up 12 degrees with light snow, and noontime heading out to lunch, 20 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, with our 21 of our high reached around 2 or 3 o'clock, and by 5 we drop down to 19 with mostly cloudy skies remaining. For tomorrow night, again, 11 degrees, very cold, again, chance of snow, southwest winds this time, 5 to 10 miles an hour. But for this week, this U-shape right here, as you can see if I get out of the way, this U-shape right here, this is called a trough. This is what's allowing that cold air to funnel into the northeast, but this trough is going to slide to the right, and that's going to allow this ridge right here, this inverted U, to slide over us into the northeast and bring us above average temperatures, as we see on our 5-day right here. Monday, tomorrow, and Tuesday, cold. Wednesday, cold again. A few chances of snow, but by Thursday, we see that sun returning, and even by Friday, that's a mistake there, guys. That's not 37 by Friday. That's 49, 3 degrees above our average temperature. But, of course, you have to throw in some rain showers.
Well, you know, coming back from spring break, I was half expecting there to be snowstorms galore. I am just happy that we came back and it was sunny for once in Oswego. I was happy. I'm content. I don't care if it's cold.
And you know the saying, it may be cold now, but good things come to those who wait.
Yes.
Yeah, we're waiting a long time.
We certainly
a
have
long
been.
time.
Well, since October.
Thank you,
really.
Jack. And now we'll turn to state news. Flames engulfed a Buffalo home early this morning, killing one child, causing extensive damage. The fire managed to collapse the rear of the home, trapping the child inside. Despite many attempts, fire crews were able to rescue 3 adults and 3 other children, but were unable to rescue the trapped child. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. And undergraduate students will soon have to reach deeper into their pockets for an education at the University of Rochester starting this fall. An education at the university will rise to 3.5% to $46,150. The university says that room and board will rise 4.4% to $13,638,000. Despite these increases, President Joel Seligman says that financial aid will increase by 7.8%, while the university continues to pursue cost efficiencies wherever possible while providing students with a high-value education.
A landslide tore through Snohomish County in Washington Saturday evening. The tragedy resulted in 3 deaths, 7 hospitalized victims, and 18 individuals that are still unaccounted for. Authorities and rescue crews have been searching rapidly through the rubble since early this morning, looking for survivors. Efforts are still being made in spite of dangerous conditions.
The latest in the search for Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. Now in its 3rd week, 8 planes and 1 ship searched the southern Indian Ocean again Sunday without finding anything of significance. However, new French satellite data revealed more objects in the vicinity of the so-called Southern Corridor.
On Saturday's crew did find a wooden pallet and strapping belts. Such objects are used in the airline industry, but also on ships, and it is not clear where the items came from. CNN's Kayung La is in Perth, Australia, with more.
This is a Boeing P-8 Alpha Poseidon, newest patrol aircraft in the world, actually. The motivation of the aircrew is exemplary. They recognize the gravity of the situation. They know that they're going out to give people rest and closure.
I mean, it looks like a passenger plane, but not at all.
Without windows, but it's the sensors, the systems that we have on that differentiate this from the commercial variant. What we call the truck portion of the airplane is basically a 737.
What does it look like out there?
It's staring at thousands of miles of ocean, and it can be very monotonous. Everything looks the same.
Is it huge waves?
It can be, yeah. If you imagine that the winds flow around the Earth without really any interruption. I don't know if I'd call it frustrating. I'd just say that's part of the job, is to go out and keep looking and looking and looking until you find it.
The Oswego State men's ice hockey team's Cinderella season came to an end on Saturday. Dan and I will have that story and more in sports.
But first, here's a look at your late night menu.
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Fred.
Rad! Hey pal, you want to pay attention to the road?
Relax, man, I got it.
Look, my man, if your bad driving gets me killed, you better hope you die too, or I will haunt you silly. And I'm not just gonna float over your bed like, woo! I'm gonna be making a more annoying noise, like, ah! And instead of wearing those long white robes, I think I'll wear something more form-fitting and upsetting. The other ghosts will look and be like, wow, we've never seen that before.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
Take my hand and start a brand new day. And together as one we'll start to see some change.
Underneath everything we are, underneath everything we do, we are all people. Connected, interdependent, united. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
Whether it's talking on a cell phone or texting behind the wheel, distracted driving is a serious issue in the country. In an attempt to change our distracted culture, SUNY Oswego will be the location of Distracted Driving this Wednesday at 7 p.m.
JC Good, an advocate for Hang Up and Drive, will speak. Parents and their teens, law enforcement, and anyone who drives are all encouraged to attend to hear discussions regarding changing the culture of being distracted behind the wheel. The event will also include police agency exhibits, students' projects, and a Stop DWI display. For more information on the event, call 343-2344.
Good evening, I'm Dan I with your full sports report. Well, the winter sports season has officially come to a close in Oswego as the men's hockey team fell to Wisconsin Stevens Point in Friday night's semifinal by a score of 2-1. Sean Hulshoff scored the Lakers' only goal, with the assist going to senior captain David Titanic. The Pointers advanced to Saturday's final, where they lost to the newly crowned national champions for the third time in 4 years, the St. Norbert Green Knights. Hulshoff, who also tallied a goal against Babson last weekend, was named to the all-tournament team. The Lakers finished their season 22-7-2. Well, the Syracuse Orange saw their NCAA hopes dashed by the University of Dayton in the third round of the men's basketball tournament last night. The Orange struggled all night, not making one three-point attempt. And the 11th seeded Flyers now advance to the Sweet 16 after an improbable road knocking off 6th seeded Ohio State on Thursday before squeezing the Orange in Buffalo last night. Well, upsets seem to be the buzzword for this year's tournament, as plenty of top seeds have been sent packing. The ACC has one of the biggest victims, having 5 of its 6 teams sent home prior to the Sweet 16. Virginia is the only team remaining from the ACC currently, as they lead Gonzaga. Duke fell in the first round to 14-seeded Mercer. Undefeated Wichita State is now defeated, as they lost to Kentucky this afternoon, and Kansas dropped this afternoon's game to Stanford. By the end of tonight, the field will be set for the regional matchups next week, Thursday through Sunday. And well, Major League Baseball got started this weekend under some new strange circumstances. The opening series of the national pastime was held between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks, and it took place at the Sydney Cricket Grounds in Australia. Ace Clayton Kershaw was masterful in Game 1 Saturday, and the Dodger offense was firing on all cylinders today as LA swept the 2-game series. The Dodgers actually come back stateside in 1 week's time on the opening night at the San Diego Padres. Well, that's it for sports. Back over to the news desk.
Thanks, Dan. Today is a day dedicated to a certain canine friend. We will have that story coming up.
And we'll take a final look at your sports and weather after the break.
Everyone has friends. There's online friends, friends to go out with on a Saturday night, friends to hang out with and do nothing, friends who show up on moving day. And then there are the friends who'll be there if someone is dealing with a mental illness. Are you one of those friends?
Teaching a kid football is one thing. Keeping a kid in school, that's the name of my game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
welcome back. Well, it's here, something that will warm your heart.
Man's best friend has a day that's all his or her own. Today marks National Puppy Day. Organizers hope to encourage folks to celebrate the unconditional love that puppies bring. They also want to bring awareness to puppy mills and animal abuse.
Kim Kardashian and Kanye West take heat over a magazine cover, and Alyssa Milano is having another baby.
For these stories and more, here's Christina Muchler with your Hollywood Minute.
And Kanye West are on the cover of Vogue, but not without some Hollywood backlash. Many celebrities tweeted their disapproval. Sarah Michelle Gellar said, "Well, I guess I'm canceling my Vogue subscription. Who is with me?" Seth Rogen and James Franco used the opportunity to come up with their own rendition of the cover. They posted this photoshopped version showing their heads on Kim and Kanye's bodies. Last fall, Rogen and Franco made headlines when they spoofed Kim and Kanye's Bound 2 music video. Alyssa Milano told Us Weekly over the weekend she's pregnant. This will be child number 2 for the former Who's the Boss star and her husband. The couple currently have a 2-year-old son named Milo. At the movies this weekend, sci-fi action flick Divergent was the big winner. It came in at number 1 with $56 million. The number 2 spot was held by the family comedy Muppets Most Wanted. And coming in at number 3 is Mr. Peabody and Sherman. For Hollywood Minute, I'm Christina Muchler.
Don't go away yet. We have your final weather forecast with Jack Durkin.
We're going to be waking up to 12 degrees tomorrow at 8 a.m. as you're heading out for your first day back from spring break with a few light snow showers in the area. But as we get to the noontime hour, we'll see those light snow showers diminish with mostly cloudy skies, getting up to around 20 degrees. Our high temperature again will be 21 around 2 or 3 o'clock. And by 5, as you're heading home back off campus or to your dorm room, or maybe just to, get a bite to eat, clouds will remain with a 19-degree temperature. It's just going to be cold tomorrow. That's all I got for you. It's going to be cold and snowy in the morning.
Would expect nothing less.
It's the reoccurring theme all semester long. And Dad, I believe you do have a sports update for us here at the desk.
Yep, and I actually misspoke a couple minutes ago. Virginia is currently playing Memphis, an 8 seed. They are up 54-36 in the second half, as well as we have had another upset just go final. Baylor, the 6 seed, beats Creighton, the 3 seed, by 30 points, 85-55. So a blowout. Baylor now faces Wisconsin in the Sweet 16 next weekend.
Is there any favorable team who you see as most likely to win it all at this point based on what we see?
Well, Florida still continues to be the #1 team in the country. They're really the heavy favorites at this point, but you can see some of these teams. Baylor looks dangerous, Kentucky looks dangerous, but this is one of the more open fields that we've seen in a long time, so the tournament is wide open for grabs at this point.
Thank you for that update, Dan. And that will do it for us here. For the entire 10 News team, I'm Kevin Carr.
And I'm Lauren Toscano. Stay tuned for The Playing Field at 11.